What's up, Jess? How you doing, buddy? Waiting for a couple other people to show up here. Good to see you too, bud. Hey, buddy. I got my dog up. I'm on the back porch. I got the dog with me. What's up, Frank? Actually, the bike's pretty much done. It's just I haven't had time to ride it. I got the dog on the porch. I have a dog on the porch with me. I'm talking on a computer, and he's all confused. This is going to end well. Hey, buddy. That's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. It's just going to be a bit before we go to bed. Yeah, right. Especially since right now I'm helping somebody on a long term project. Which once more people get in here, I'll kind of explain that. I explained it a little bit on what's up, man. Zeus is always confused. It's just a little bit more, a little bit more than normal. He's like, wait a second, why am I out here? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, oh, yeah. That stuff's just wow. And I've never been on it, but with my experience with it, because I have to deal with it every day, that can be some pretty wicked stuff. Hey, what's up, FLP? I got Mr. I'm on the back porch. I got Mr. Zeus here with me, and he's like, "Why am I back here? I want to be in bed." But as soon as I put him in, he'll stand at the back door whine for me to let him back out again. So, hey, what's up, Preppington Door? Thanks for coming, buddy. But yeah, as I was telling Justin Frank, I'm kind of involved in a big long-term project, not only for myself but for somebody else now too. Uh, oh yeah, so far so good, prepping. But what I was going to say is, a lady I know is writing a book on all the historical things. What's up, Timma? Of all the historical things that happened within McCollum's Mill State Park, which is the sister park to Moraine State Park, where I had the get together at. And I was talking to her and a couple of the rangers, and they're talking about what they know, and they know a good bit, but they know is what was already preserved in the park, and a couple, two, three other things along the way, but nothing major. Hey, what's up, Rescue Boss? Hey, Nina. But I told them about me walking around and just stumbling over things here and there, and it's stuff that they didn't even know existed down there because What the rangers do in that park, since all the rangers come out of Moraine, as long as nothing is seriously wrong, they just kind of stick to the trail system and that's it. That's all they know. And most trail systems in parks like that were actually designed to move away from most any human habitation or any signs of humans. It's all nature. And I'm I like to go off trail, way off trail, like the other side of the park, off trail, away from everybody. And I'm like, I found this road bed. I found this. I found these foundations. I found this. I found that. So she's just like, okay, guess. Oh, don't want to do that. She's like, okay, I want. Do you think you could get me some pictures? I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that. It's no big deal. So I'm going to be getting her some pictures. The bad part about this is why I go out and do this. I decided since she's writing a book on this, that whatever pictures I take, when whatever video I might take, it's just for me and her. Just for the fact that before she gets this book done, I don't want to steal any of her thunder. It's kind of like a respect thing. Like, okay, if I'm doing this for you, I'm not going to try stealing your thunder. And conversely, on the other hand, while I'm working on that, I'm thinking about trying to do something with the Pennsylvania Trail of Geology. I know it kind of probably sounds like a boring subject to a lot of people, but stuff like that, that's another thing that you might need to know somewhere along the line. Hey, what's up, Survival Comms? Exactly, Timo. Exactly. And as I said, I'm doing this for her. I'm kind of doing it for myself too, because I love finding stuff like that. I just love it. Like just in a small section for you guys that I sent you. I No, I didn't send you that map. Never mind. But it's a small section, probably about 2 miles. Most of it's actually a couple things are actually along one of the trails. It's something that they kind of wanted to highlight in the park. But the other foundation I found is I'd say about a half mile off any trail. And I know where that's at. It's easy to get to though. But the other thing, I know of about 2 or 3 old road beds in that park too. So if you're looking for historical things, you find the road beds. More than likely, you're probably going to find something along the way that goes with that. But getting back to what I was saying about the geology, the more you understand the geology of where you live, the better you can utilize what is actually there. What's up, Beat Backwoods? How you doing, buddy? It's just one of those things. The more you know, the better off you are. Especially like Rain State Park and McCall's Mills, they both have very rich glacial histories. Very rich glacial histories. Well, actually, it's the same glacial history because of their proximity. But with glacial till, brings a lot more nutrients to your soil as well. So if you know where to look or how to find these areas, depending on where you live at, up here, it's not hard. Down south, yeah, ain't going to happen too much. But up here, finding like glacial till areas where the leading edge was of that glacier and everything north of that is very rich farmland. I know a couple, 2, 3 people who farm in what they call the glaciated plateau, and they farm below that in what's called the Allegheny Mountain Valley area. And this is a marked difference. They always get a big crop out of the glaciated plateau, and probably about 3/4 of that of what they get from the Glacier Plateau down in the Allegheny Valley area. Oh, Moraine State Park is just beautiful. If you like Moraine State Park, you love McConnell's Mills. McConnell's Mills just it's I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a hole. I mean, it's a deep gorge up, but it's beautiful in its ruggedness. I mean, I've been to plenty of rugged areas. Um, McCall's Mills is one of those ones that I spent a lot of time up in the mountains, up in Elk County and Cameron County, and played around up around Marionville a couple times. And hey, quit barking at the neighbor. Don't bark at the neighbor. Sorry about that. I was keeping. Yeah, McCall's Mills. McCall's Mills sits west. If you run 422, that's the road that runs east to west past Moraine State Park, and you keep heading west on that, you'll pass McCall's Mills. It's about 10 minutes away from Moraine State Park. But yeah, I've been in a lot of places up in the mountains, and McCall's Mills, even though it's not as the elevation isn't quite as bad, makes a lot of those places in the mountains look like a walk, literally a walk in a park. That's how rugged it can get down there. Oh, and it's fun. Oh, it is fun. And the other thing that I want to do is I want to get a just a couple things I found in McCall's Mill State Park. There's if you look on the map, and I think I actually took two of them off, but there for a time there were four waterfalls that they have marked on that map. Well, I found three more of them. People know they're there. It's more of like a self exploratory thing for me. People know that they're there, but they don't really advertise them because they don't want people back there. Meanwhile, the three waterfalls that they don't want people back to are safer than the ones that they show on the map, except for Hell's Hollow Falls. Hell's Hollow Falls, I've watched people slide down that. It's not Hell's Hollow Falls isn't straight down; it's at an angle about like this, and you can slide literally from the top to the bottom. I've done that before. It's a ball. But I wanted just something I'm working on anyway. Just something to me, it's fun. Just exploring stuff, and around here, it's you're hard pressed to find something that somebody doesn't already know about. It's finding it yourself. That's what I got. It's finding it, discovering it yourself. It may not be new to somebody else, but it's new to you, type of thing. It's that thrill of discovery, and then um, going in, trying to do the work, trying to figure out what's what, why it was there, and everything else. So that to me is just fascinating. It's like putting a puzzle together. About three miles from where I grew up was where Michael McCoy crashed his B-47 when my parents were in elementary school. Wow. Oh yeah, the explorations are fun. And another thing I found in that park to go with the geology thing that I'm doing is I found fossils. I'm going to talk to the park. I just don't want to just grab them and oh, survival comes, you will have a ball there. And there is so many parts of that park that people don't even go into. Like if you have the map pulled up, find Hell's Hollow, and that's where the North Country Trail goes to. It's called Slippery Rock Gorge Trail on the map, but it's part of the North Country Trail. Whoa, hello. Yeah, I'm outside. We have a train yard 5 miles away, and the wind must be right because it sounds like they're building the trains in my backyard. But I digress. um, there's parts in that park that people don't even really go into because there's no real trail system to go into it. I mean, people go so far off the trail, and that's kind of like where they stay. But there are, if you go up beyond that, it's like it's barely touched, and that's some of the places I want to head into. But I want to talk to the ranger about one of the rangers about getting a couple of those fossils. Yeah, they got two of them. They have two repelling areas. I want to get a couple of those fossils, and there's a place close by to that that's called the Appalachian Rock Shop. I'm gonna go have them identify the fossils, then take them back to the ranger and see if they may, since I got them identified, see if they want to display them. Okay, folks, I'm gonna pull Wes here. I think I'm just gonna give in and put cave in, put Mr. Zeus in. He's just like looking at me like, why, dude? Just why? So give me 1 second here. Okay, but you want to go with that? Okay, we'll go with that. Oh. Okay, I'm back. Ooh, yeah, B-52s, that's a big plane to go down. Was it empty when it went down? That's the question. Ooh, I can imagine, man. I hope so. He was he was pacing back and forth and expecting father. Like, come on, dude, really? Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to remember when 420. I think I was driving when Flight 427 went down over in Hopewell. That was a mess. Oh, was that a mess? And the way it came in, there was like, I think they never really did find like a full fuselage. They're like, they actually took bits and pieces to kind of try to piece it back together again. Because when it came in, it kind of came in like this, but it hit the hill literally 90-degree angle. So it like literally flew straight into the hillside. Like driving straight into a brick wall at 600 miles an hour. Oh. Yeah, I think 427, I think, happened in 80, 89 maybe. I think I was driving at the time. Yeah, it is. Oh. Yeah, I knew I wasn't old enough to go help clean up, but I've talked to a couple people cleaned up there. Says you did not want to be up there. I mean, they went up there to clean up bodies, and it's kind of hard to clean up bodies when there's not a full body to actually clean up. F111s. Those were the aardvarks, correct, man? Oh yeah, F111, I believe, was a fighter bomber, wasn't it? Oh yeah, the swing wing. I think what about Mach 1.5 on those things? Yeah, those things are just wicked. It was a heck of a lot better than a thud. Talking about side by sides. Another plane I always liked. They're ugly ducklings, but I've always liked the intruders. The intruders are cool planes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, 86 intruder. I think I have to blame a movie for that. There's a movie had Louis Gossett Jr. called Flight of the Intruder about flying over Vietnam. Oh, that movie, not the greatest movie in the world, but it's still wild to watch. Watching Sam's fly up past the window and everything. Oh, A-10s are cool too. Not the fastest thing on the face of the planet, but it's one of the toughest things on the face of the planet. Coming with the tail shot off and half a wing shot off, and the guy lands it like there's nothing wrong. Like my friend, I have a lot of military friends on Facebook, and like they always say, let the bird be with you. Oh yeah, I mean that's what the A-10 was designed for. A-10 tank killer, tank hunter. Oh, that's cool. No one thing. Another interesting thing around here is be here when the air show's here because they put the air show up they do the air show, the big air show at the 911th Airlift Wing, and you'll be sitting out here. Next thing you know, you see a P51 being chased by an F-14 flying over the house and heading back toward moon. let me see what I've been in because of that air show. I was actually in a few airplanes. I was in a C5 Galaxy, B-52, C-130, C-123, sat in an A-10, and a couple, two, three other various ones. Oops. Oh, that's right. It was Danny Glover. I stand corrected. Thank you, Lou. Thank you very much. I got him confused with. I got Flynn Intruder for somehow or another confused with Iron Eagle for the actors. Oh, they're probably flying maneuvers. And down there in Virginia, there's bases all over the place down there. I have a friend that lives down there. She was part of the Air Force, and she goes, I couldn't go 2 months without being changed to another duty station in the state. It's like, oh, okay, I'm going another hour away. Okay, thanks, guys. And go hiker hunting. We're going up the Appalachian Trail. We're going to go do us some hiker hunting. Yeah. Mhm. Well, they use the mine. Yeah, they use the mining areas out there and out here. I know when the 911 does maneuvers out here, I've actually called and complained a couple times because they are actually flying a little bit too low. Because they'll do maneuvers like right over our neighborhood. It's cool to see a C-130 flying over, but when you're laying in bed and you look out the window trying to figure out why the house is vibrating, you're counting rivets going past the window. We got a problem. I know nothing. Oh, good old Hogan's Heroes. Now, another show back in the day, and I barely remember the show. I just remember the beginning of it, and I've been looking for it. The Rat Patrol. Who here remembers the Rat Patrol? Barely remember Adam 12, but yeah, oh, Baba Black Sheep. Oh yeah. What do you mean Black Sheep Squadron? I used to watch. There's a station I was carrying that. I used to watch that all the time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Baba Black Sheep was a movie about the Black Sheep Squadron. I used to watch the show The Black Sheep Squadron. Oh my god. Oh yeah, desert jeeps. Oh yeah. See, I didn't build. I only had let's see, 4 or 5 plane models. I used to build car models all the time, but plane models I had the had an F-14, like a 1/72 scale. It's only about long. Then I had I think it's a 140. Yeah, Bowington. I did have the 148th scale SR-71 Blackbird, and that sucker was about that long. I have a thing for planes that go fast. Then I had a bunch of other smaller planes, but all of them were X planes. But one of them was the XB-70 Valkyrie, which is probably the second fastest plane on the planet. There's something else in my backyard besides me. Oh, Airwolf. You're sounding like me. I finally got rid of all my car models. I just gave them all away too. I'm just like, just get them out of here. I didn't have time to build, so I just started stockpiling. That sounds like what you're doing, survival call. Just stockpiling till you get time to do anything with them. Airwolf or Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder was another one. That's kind of like the another network's answer to Airwolf, and Blue Thunder was like an Apache. I'm like, what? Ugh. Oh, so was I. I was a member of the Three Rivers Auto Modelers, and we we put on like a bunch of car model shows, and a couple of our shows actually made it into Scale Auto Enthusiast. But we'd also have like another table off to the side for everything else, and some of the things that came in just blew my mind. Like some of these guys that do the World War II figures that are about yo tall, and like crouch behind a corner with the machine gun and everything. All the chips, Code Red. Oh yeah, I have a TV and I don't even hardly even watch the thing. Street Hawk. Yeah, that's one I haven't heard in a long time. Oh yeah, there. I did find one kit I want to get, and just because I used not that particular car, but I used to have one. They came out with the 1984 Oldsmobile Cutlass. Well, it's a 1984 Hurst Olds. I had a 1985 Cutlass Supreme Brougham. I'm just like, as soon as I see that shark nose, I'm like, I just got rid of all my models. I'm sort of looking at it like, I may just buy a model. Never got around to getting it yet, but it is what it is. Uh, well, they redid Battlestar Galactica, and the remake is just as good as the original. It's a lot darker than the original, but Actually, I wouldn't say remake. It's more like a reboot. Oh, the reboot is just wild because not only you have the silver Cylons, you got the big brutish Cylons, and then you have these Cylons walk around. There's like 12 of them that look like humans. So yeah, that I did watch that. Hey, what's up, Spicy? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming. Yeah, first we start talking about state parks, now we're talking about television. This is the way these things go. I love it. Now, one show from back, well, that's actually still on TV, but one show from back in the day I never got into is Doctor Who. I'm like, really? Oh, the Gong Show. Oh, that's awesome. Have fun with that, Spicy. Me and Pooch are going to go to a Steam show, and then after the Steam show, we're going to go to a barrel race. Dark Shadows, Dark Shadows, Dark Shadows, Dark Shadows, Dark Shadows. I remember something about it. I have the movie Dark Shadows, but I think it's a completely different movie. Yeah, Spicy, your mom was going to get herself a big old deer with the crossbow. So whack. No, yeah, me and Survival Comms were talking about models there a little bit. I kind of went from the 125th scale stuff. I play around with 164 scale diecast every once in a while. In fact, I'm kind of getting to that time of year where I'm going to start messing with that a little bit as well. I don't really do that over the summer. Just it's light out too long, and I'd rather do stuff outside while it's warm. That's how it usually goes, Nina. But don't get there. Just have faith. Oh yeah, yeah. SWAT is a classic, and they just redid that. They're redoing that right now. Oh, Timo's a Trekkie. Hey, I was a Trekkie too. In fact, I still am a Trekkie. But I'm one of those weird Trekkies that like Star Wars too. So go figure. Oh yeah, the bread truck that they painted flat black, put SWAT white on the side. It's like I hope nobody notices the difference between the two. Well, actually, that's what they drove. But what's funny is Rescue Boss is talking about SWAT, and as I said, I used to play around with 164 scale. I had the bread truck and I actually turned it into a SWAT truck. I'm just like, no, it needs to be cooler, so I turned it into a SWAT truck real quick. Oh, there you go, Spicy. That's cool. Yeah, I got to do that. Well, first thing I have to do is try to round up a trailer for my boat. I'm trying to remember. I've seen almost all those 2 episode ones. I'm trying to. Oh, is that the one where Data went haywire? Because I've seen all of them at least about 3 times. BBC was like running the snot out of them. Oh, there you go, Spicy. How big of a motor are you getting for that? Like a 9 horse or 10 horse? I mean. Oh yeah, I see 4 lights. Yeah, okay, I remember that one. I remember that one. That was wild. And those later episodes of TNG like that too, though, that they got a lot more edgy than when they first started. Yeah, he messed with the leader's head the whole time. Oh, there you go. But see, I used to watch that over at my buddy's house too. I remember I watched that one right when it came out, and that was kind of like the running joke. We start arguing with each other, and I just look at him. I see 4 lights, and just walk away from him. He's like, "What?" I'm sorry, I just cannot put up with this Kim any longer. I missed that episode. I'm gonna have to try and find that. William Shatner as a Nazi? Really? That's something I gotta see. That you just don't pass stuff like that up. No, what the one that Maine's talking about is that the one where they disguise themselves as Romulans? That one that Spock's in? Oh yes, that was a good one too. Now here's a show I used to watch on History Channel. This is it's very odd that I actually will watch a TV show or a TV series on History Channel. Has anybody here ever watched Dogfights about aerial combat? That show was fun. Yes. Oh, that's cool, Frank. They're weird. They're weird. Oh, Captain Kangaroo. Hey, what's up, Will? I remember as a kid watching the Electric Company. Everybody's watching Sesame Street. Says, no, I'd rather watch the Electric Company. Mr. Bill. The Mr. Bill Show on SNL. Oh, okay. Gee, Davy. Oh, see, now Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, Mr. Rogers lived about 24 miles away down in Pittsburgh. That was actually a Pittsburgh-based show. All the banana splits. That he was, but he was our freak up here, so we claim that. For some, I tell you what, Nina, he didn't give me the creeps, but when I got older, I come to realize that he's like that on camera. And he goes home, he's like, and today, boys and girls, we're going to build a BMG 50. Land of the Lost. That was good. There's Land of the Lost, and there's that other one too, where they took off in a rocket ship. Night, BWO. Have a good night, buddy. Time tunnel. Oh, the little Squatch Kid. Yeah, there's Lost in Space. There was Land of the Lost, and I thought there was another one too. I think this one had like dinosaurs in it or something. Oh, Flash Gordon. You ever see the movie Flash Gordon? Everybody around here loves the movie Flash Gordon. I'm like, it's not bad, but it's cheesy. Yeah, I think it was Land of Giants because they landed. There's like dinosaurs around all over the place. Flash, he'll save every one of us. Yeah. Well, the Flash we're talking about, that was low budget too. Because I think for the spaceships in the one that we're talking about that's made in the 80s, they're using this. It looks like they're using the same the same ships that they're using in the first Flash. Oh, Johnny Quest, Space Ghost, Coast to Space Ghost. They had Space Ghost, Coast to Coast, which was interesting too. Ming. How about I got one for y'all? How about Thundar the Barbarian? oh, oh yeah, GI Joe. The one that one thing I do in my truck, I think of comedy routines. Kung Fu. Oh, Kung Fu. You kick his ass, grasshopper. Yes. But with Thundar, I think, was just coming out of adolescence. He was a young man, and Ukla was young, and the princess was young. I'm thinking Thundar and the princess got married somewhere down the line, and he still hangs out with Ukla. But instead of Ukla ride, she comes up and she's mad about something. It's like, Ukla, hide! Just hide, please. Hong Kong Phooey. That was my cartoon back when I was a kid. Hong Kong Phooey. I love Hong Kong Phooey. Voiced by Meadowlark Lemon. Well, when I was younger, I'll tell you. Oh, there you go. Planet of the Apes. When I was younger, me and my buddy used to go to this bar after wrestling matches. I've drank with a couple, two, three WWE superstars. That was kind of fun. Never watched that. Far Out Space Nuts. But we can go to old movies too. Old forgotten movies like Time Bandits. The only General Zod I remember those from is from Superman. Oh, Space Hunter. That one was interesting too. I'm trying to think of what else I used to watch. BJ and the Bear. Hey, night FOB. Hey, it's great seeing you, brother. Have a great night, all right? And good luck hunting. Jabberjaws. That's it. That's what it was. Jabberjaws. Oh, I love Grizzly Adams. Grizzly Adams is cool. Night FOP. Oh, He-Man. Let's see, we already said Transformers and G.I. Joe. Thundercats. I think somebody said that too. Yeah, Jabberjaw's the shark. Oh heck, I'm talking like Jabberjaws right now. So, all the GoBots. Yeah, the Transformer ripoff. I like the GoBots, but Ultraman. I loved Ultraman. Oh, well, something about the big giant monster movies from Japan. Just like I sit there watch them all day. I probably still go watch them all day and be thoroughly entertained. Ultraman, Godzilla, King Ghidorah. Never heard of that one either, Brett. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. It's been a long time, man. A long time for that one. Then there's the Godzilla cartoon. Yeah. Yeah, because he's all the, oh, we got this giant monster, so I'm going to duck over here, guys. Don't look. I'll be back, though. Just stay here. The Flintstones. Thunderbirds. Oh. I have one right on the tip of my tongue, too, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. Who here remembers the original Robotech? They had like 3 seasons of it. Oh, I loved I don't know. Even when I was older, I watched anime. I loved Robotech. Shogun Wars, Voltron. Voltron's another one. Wildcats. Don't remember Wildcats either for some reason. Oh, Magilla Gorilla. What's funny is where I used to work at, if you made things too tight, we always just ask, did Magilla Gorilla tighten this thing up? Oh, yeah. Definite blast from the past. And after I'm done with it, we're talking about models, Brett. After I'm done with it, I'm actually working on a 164 scale tractor right now. I'm making a Oliver 1950 T El Toro. Night, Nina. I hope you feel better. Thank you, Nina. Thank you very much. Yeah, but I'll send you. I'll send some pictures to you once I get done with it. I got the back wheels on it. Basically all I need to do with that 950T is do a wheel swap on it. But I'm trying to find the right, well, at least decent front tires to put on it because the 1950Ts were made as a high flotation tractor. So I mean it got like 66-inch Tiara tires on the back of it, and I think like 48 or 52-inch tires on the front. For next Friday, I may do this again out here. I'm kind of liking this. Then I got a couple other. See, I collect 164 scale tractors. So, and with all the different variations they had of like one single tractor, they can't make all the variations. So if you want a variation that they don't make, you have to make it yourself. Which you go out, you buy the tractor, you modify it how you want, and there you have it. Oh, I have more Farmalls and more John Deeres than I could shake a stick at. I've got M's, H's, the whole number series. I think I have A's, C's, and I think with the Farmalls, like the 1206, I have like multiples of almost all of them. And Midland made some decent CBs. The one I have is a realistic, which at the time wasn't too bad either. Exactly. And you remember the old signal kicker antennas, Brett? I still have one of those. Oh, okay. Okay. But we just reached the top of the hour here. I think I've been up since about 3 o'clock in the morning. I think I'm about ready for bed now, too. Yeah, I can't remember what I have, but it has a diode about that big on it, and it has a bar about that big around it goes up to that diode before you actually get the antenna part. That thing, you can't really pull. You still pull in about the same from about the same distance, but you can kick out a lot further. Yeah, but I think it's bedtime for me right now, so I thank you all for coming. Thanks for bearing with me while I relocated everything. And I think we're going to call it the night here. So I'll talk to y'all later. Good night, everybody. Okay, night, everybody. Great to chill with you too, Justin. But here we go.